Did you ever wonder, what if you could make your apps look as great as the top apps on the App Store? Keep watching and I'll show you how you can make it happen. Do you want to learn how to get started with iPhone app development in 2024? Then this is the video that you need to watch. Hey, my name is Paul Soltz from Super Easy Apps. I have been teaching online courses since 2013. Over the years, I've worked for Apple, Microsoft, and most recently GoPro. I worked on the GoPro Quick app that allowed you to remote control your different GoPro cameras. So I redesigned the UI when you're connected over Bluetooth using SwiftUI. So I have a bit of experience working with SwiftUI, and I want to take that knowledge that I learned at GoPro and share it with you so that you can learn how to design great user interfaces. All right, I've been making apps since 2008. That's when I first started with Objective-C. I published my first app in 2011. It made over $2,500. I published another app that made $12,000. And I have been working on a bunch of other passion projects, a bunch of other different app ideas, solving my own needs. So if you want to publish an app for yourself, whether that's to make money or if it's to build a portfolio, or maybe you have customers that you're trying to support and you're an existing developer, this is the best starting point for you. The Swift programming language has evolved a lot over the years, and that's been one of my biggest frustrations as an educator. That's why I took a break from teaching for a while, because I wanted to go back to industry. I wanted to practice and do bigger scale applications, and I wanted to also give Swift some time to stabilize because it was just changing so fast. Well, we're in sort of the same situation with SwiftUI. SwiftUI has been out for a number of years. I didn't seriously consider SwiftUI until 2022 with iOS 15. Prior to that, it was kind of like a toy language to me. It was too buggy, too glitchy. It wasn't full featured. Well, now in iOS 18, there's a lot more support for doing what you want. It's a lot easier to have an app totally in SwiftUI, and it's way more approachable than it's ever been. Plus, the developer experience is phenomenal in Xcode 16. So if you want to get started with live previews where you can see exactly what you're typing and then how it applies to the UI, this is the time to learn it. If you come from a design background, you're going to really appreciate the improvements to SwiftUI if you haven't touched it in a number of years. This app that is running this slideshow is totally in SwiftUI with a tiny bit of AppKit so that I can do the windowing. So this app, I can go full screen or I can do a little hover animation, and I can snap a window into these different corners for my presentations. So that's a little sneak peek of using SwiftUI in production. This is an app I built, and I built it to help me create videos to help teach you. All right, so let's dive into what we're going to talk about today. So why iPhone Apps 101? So as you might have seen in that little snippet, as we went to the overlay mode of my application, I published a course a long time ago, and we'll talk about that on iPhone Apps 101. I'll also give you a behind-the-scenes look at the upcoming new version of the course designed specifically for SwiftUI and to teach you some basic REST-based networking, and then why you should learn from me. And then at the very end, if you stick around, I will share the discount code so that you can save money on my upcoming course launch before it is fully public. All right, so let's dive ahead. So why iPhone Apps 101? So for me, iPhone Apps 101 was a course I made for free, and I posted it on YouTube. And as an experiment, I only charged $5 to get the source code, and a lot of people learned from me that way, and it built up a following on my YouTube channel. So I have 17.7 thousand subscribers on YouTube, mainly because I published this course and several other courses totally for free. So I am refilming iPhone Apps 101. And this was the original course that I published. It has 250,000 views across all of the different videos. So you can sort of see some of those videos on the right. There was 29 videos. And I wanted to refilm it, but I wanted to rethink it and make it more actionable, make it more targeted. So in iPhone Apps 101, we kind of created a toy calculator application. It looks great, but there's some fundamental skills that I think are really important for moving forward. And I want to cover a deeper understanding of Swift UI and some of these building blocks that you can apply to your own apps and experiences. So this was a fun course to work on, and I had a lot of people comment on it. I had a lot of people who got started with app development that way. All right, so now Swift UI is mainstream, and so because of that, we need to learn the new way of doing things. Apple is kind of stopping to support UIKit, and that they're doing less and less feature development in UIKit, and they're moving the platform forward with Swift UI. And you're seeing this across the different devices. So whether it's Vision OS, if it's the Apple Watch, if it's your iPhone, iPad, Mac, they're really pushing forward for Swift UI. So this is the new de facto standard. And at this point with iOS 18, it makes sense to move forward. I have been also on the job search. I'm looking for a new full-time position, and every single company I've been interviewing with is transitioning to Swift UI. At GoPro, we were using Swift UI for all new feature development. Any new UI work was done in Swift UI. The only reason we went back to UIKit was because we had legacy code. We had storyboards or XIB interface files that we had to still interface with. So in large companies, you can't always redo all the UI all at once, but over time, you can start to redesign it when there's new designs coming from your designers, and you can update it, refresh it. The two platforms, actually all of the platforms work together, whether it's AppKit and Swift UI or if it's UIKit and Swift UI. And that's a testament of this application that we're looking at. So I'm going to go back into full screen. So over the years, like Swift 6 and Xcode 16 have really evolved, and they're very different from when I got started. And there's just so much to learn, and I needed a new course. So that's why I have this new course. So let's take a look behind the scenes. So what are we going to cover in this course? Well, I want to give you an early preview. We're going to take a look at my course syllabus. So let's jump on over to it. I'm going to move this off to the side. And so in terms of the new course, this is what it's starting to shape up like. So I have a Google sheet here for iPhone Apps 101. And I use a color coding system when I work to know if something's done or not. So 1 means not done, 3 means done. And so it's color coded so that it will color in. And 0 means it's probably not going to get posted. It's something that I decided against doing. So you can see right now, I've already filmed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 course videos for the course. Some of these will be posted on YouTube. And so I want to provide a learning opportunity for you, whether you want to buy access to the full course and learn with me together, or if you want to try it out for free on YouTube. I'm going to have those as options for this course. So I will be posting a lot of the beginner content. So a lot of this content's getting posted to YouTube. This is something that's going to be part of the course. This is going to get posted to YouTube. This will probably get posted to YouTube. This will get posted to YouTube. I'll probably post the first, and I put that in the wrong line. The first one of these will get posted, but all of the other behind the scenes looks for how I planned the course, that's all going to be part of the paid course. And then there will be design challenges that are part of the paid course, the full course. And if you want extra help, I'm going to have an optional add-on for iPhone app coaching where you will get priority email support as well as a one-on-one session with me to plan out your career or plan out your app or to understand fundamental skills that you are struggling with. So that is the course syllabus. That's kind of the extent of the course. I will be adding a few more sections here based on the student requests. And I just decided to add these 3 sections. So I had an interview yesterday with a company. And one of the challenges if you're in the job market in 2024 is that it's really hard to stand out and it's really competitive. There's a lot of companies, and one of those gatekeepers is understanding how to decode JSON. That's the main reason I wanted to film this course with a focus on JSON REST-based services, is because these are really common project-based questions that you get asked in interviews. And if you lock up on the spots and you forget how to do it because you haven't done it in a while or you've never done it, you're not going to get to the next round. And so I don't know if I passed this interview, but regardless of that, my plan was to make this course not only so that you could learn, but so that I could learn and I could remember the things that I should know. The only way you can learn more is 1, by practicing, 2, by teaching, and 3, by reviewing that material again. And so that is how I highly recommend you go about your development career. I'm going to give you pointers and best practices, things that I know work, workflows that work for me, and that is the course syllabus. So I'm keeping track of it. I'm anticipating that the full course will be available in January 2025. Assuming I don't get sick and I don't lose my voice, I'll be able to finish within that time frame. Now, in terms of access, I'm going to be opening up access on Friday. So this Friday, let's jump back into full screen mode. This Friday, December 20th, I'll be opening up early bird access. And that's when the first discount code is going to be active. You can, I'll talk about that more in a little bit. But that will get you in the door. And the content that you just saw is some of the content that is currently available. And what does that look like? So I will talk about that in the next section. So I'm anticipating that this full course will launch in January 2025. That's when the early bird discounts will stop working. So if you want to get access at a discounted rate, the only chance to do that is now with these early bird discounts. All right. And those are going to be the best discounts. I'm probably going to start them higher, and it's going to get lower and lower and lower until the course launch. All right. So learn with me. I think that I am very capable of explaining complex topics, and I can show you how to make things look great. So for this course, we're going to have 30 to 50 lessons. Now, I didn't do a count of how many that we had in this spreadsheet, but we could take a look at it again and see if this will give us a number. Okay, so this should be counting. So I'm just going to select all of this, and we're looking at 44 lessons right now. And there's still some additional content that I'm going to create. So that's 44 lessons that I'm filming for this course. 9 of those are finished right now, and I have a number to do. So it's going to be a big lift, and that's why I believe that this will be fully available in 2025 January. All right. Now, I want to talk about how I'm launching this. So the course is going to be, everything's going to be available. So come January, when it's fully published, you'll be able to watch the whole course at your own pace on my course website. If you want to watch it on YouTube, I am not going to be posting it all at once on YouTube. I will be posting 1 to 3 lessons a week. I'm not sure what that cadence will be. So if you want to watch the course for free on YouTube, you're going to watch it over 2 to 3 months. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to queue up all of these lessons. If I've got 44 lessons and probably only 30 of them are going to YouTube, so that's 3 a week. So that's over 10 weeks of content. So if you want to get access to everything, your best bet is to buy the course, but I appreciate you if you're not in a situation to do that. You can learn with me over time. All right, so that's the course. Now, what's it going to look like? I'm going to be using Teachable. So this allows me to upload videos. I uploaded my first lesson just to sort of double check to make sure that the formatting was working. This will have the lesson content. If there's any applicable links, I'll have links to that different stuff. Everything in my course is going to get numbered. And so you're going to see these same numbers and same titles on YouTube as well as in the course, so that it's easy for you to find the lesson. So that's going to be the name of the lesson in the course. The YouTube title might change a little bit, but I'm still going to have whatever the number is so that you can just look for that and know what lesson it's associated with. All right, so that's what the course is going to look like, and you'll be able to just follow along. There's different playback controls, so you can change the quality. I think for the course, I'm going to just have 1080p video. Teachable doesn't seem to work with high res stuff. I have to still play with settings. They do have a max size of 2 gigabytes, and some of my videos are really big when they're longer lessons like this one. And I may offer the ability to download. And so if I want to download, keeping the file sizes smaller on the course website, I think makes sense. So 1080p with smaller file sizes is going to, I think, make it easier for you to potentially watch some of this on the airplane on your iPad or iPhone and follow along. Okay, so I'm anticipating about 6 hours of content for this course. And let me show you what some of these lessons look like. So this is an example of one of the lessons I filmed last night. This was based on my experience going through that interview. So I'm talking about the challenge and then I'm running through a demo. This is using Swift testing. And so I'll be teaching you how to get started with Swift testing so that you can test out code and verify like your decoding is working properly, which is an essential skill as you're a developer, learning how to do these different things and learning the different rules and mechanisms. This is what I forgot in the interview, and only after the fact did I go in and refresh my memory on this one key point that was holding me back from making faster progress in the interview. So I think this is a really good skill to learn. So that is an example of one of the lessons and sort of a behind the scenes look. And I don't know if there was, the other thing I want to show. So if we minimize this, looking at the code. So here you can see these are some of the lessons I have to export. I'm playing with the quality level. So some of these are huge. If you were to download this on an iPhone, that would be insanely huge. I have a compressor called Handbrake that I'm using to make them smaller so that you could download them. That should take this down to about 200 megabytes instead of 1.3 gigabytes. So that's my hope. I'm crossing my fingers once I figure out the proper video settings. I am filming in 4K for all of my lesson content, but I'm having to downscale it for this course website just because of what they support. All right, in terms of all the code, I'm going to have more details on how you can get access to the code. I will be providing all of the code freely available in one repository, and you can sign up for the course to get access to that. I will have links in the videos for the access to the code so that you can get it that way as well. And then in here, you're going to find different sections. Right now, this is pretty bare bones because there's not code associated with every lesson, but I don't have all of the lessons filmed yet. So this is the first lesson. If I just open this up, I can show you some of that content. And this is just teaching you, let's hide this for a second. So this is teaching you how to get started with SwiftUI, understanding how preview works, understanding how the different structure works, and stylizing it so that it looks exciting, how to have buttons with images, having slider controls that are dynamic, having other steppers that can do things. So this is a crash course on SwiftUI just to get you started. And then we're going to be applying this to actually building a weather app. So that's where we're starting. That's kind of what some of the code's going to look like. And then in these different sections, I'm going to have extras. So I'm going to have something like this fixed size demo, which will show you how some of these modifiers actually work so that you get a better sense of how and when you need to use one of these things. If you notice in here, this example, sometimes text clips and sometimes we don't want that. Sometimes we want the content to size itself. So there's different ways of doing that. Some of that will break your UI like this one, and some of them are going to make it work better. So you need to figure out how to do that, and that's what I'll cover in the lesson that covers the fixed size demo. So that's an example of some of the source code that you'll find in this course. And with that, in terms of the early bird discount, so this first discount that I'm going to offer is going to expire on December 23rd at midnight. The course launches on the 20th for early bird access. Not all of it's going to be there. So it's a discount rate right now just because I'm still creating the course. And I appreciate you for enrolling early. That discount code is going to be early bird 2024. And this is going to expire on December 23rd. So that is the discount code. And again, I'm using my app to run this live presentation, which is fabulous. So with this code, you can save $50 initially. And then as time goes on, this discount's going to expire and I'll have a new discount that'll be a little bit less for $40. That'll expire at the end of 2024. And then until the course launches, I'll have another discount for $30 off that will expire as soon as the full course is published. All right, so in review, why iPhone Apps 101? Well, I taught this course before and I have filmed hundreds of videos on iPhone app development. I know I can teach you how to get started with app development, how I can get you over the initial obstacles. I can teach you how to use the tools, and I'm here to help you. So I really appreciate that you want to learn with me and that you've watched some of my YouTube videos. If you want to get more behind the scenes content, that's going to be included in the course. I will be sharing one of those videos with you for free on YouTube later on as I'm posting it, but not right now. So if you want to get access to that content, you can join the course on Friday. All right. And if you have any comments or questions, just comment down below, or you can reach out to me. My email is paul@supereasyapps.com. And you can find me here on YouTube. You can find me in my email inbox, and you now have the early bird 2024 discount that you can use on Friday to join the course. So thanks so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. If you have any other questions, just feel free to send me an email and I will talk to you later. Have a great day.